Hello, everyone. A Ukrainian Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon pilot achieved a historic feat in December 2024, intercepting 6 Russian cruise missiles during a single mission. The pilot, identified only as A, recounted the events of December 13th when Ukraine faced a massive Russian aerial assault consisting of nearly 200 strike drones and 94 cruise and ballistic missiles. A 30-year-old pilot, was on duty and scrambled to intercept incoming cruise missiles. He was the first to take off, followed by 2 more pilots preparing their jets on the ground. The urgency was high, given the cruise missile speed of approximately 400 knots or 740 kilometers per hour. Guided by ground control interception, or ground control interception, A proceeded to the designated kill box armed with 4 air-to-air missiles. He described the situation as involving more than just a few missiles, stating he activated his radar and weapons prepared to engage all enemy assets in Ukrainian airspace. Initially, intercepting the missiles head-on proved challenging. Ground control redirected him to approach from behind. Capitalizing on his superior speed, A closed in on the targets, locked onto the incoming missiles, and fired his 4 air-to-air missiles, successfully destroying 4 of them. "I saw all the splashes. I watched that like in a movie," the pilot stated. Having expended his missile supply, A informed ground control and was instructed to return to his patrol area. However, with remaining fuel, he opted to remain on station. Shortly after, he received new intelligence. 2 more Russian missiles were approaching Kyiv from the south. Despite being out of missiles, A recalled that his Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon was still equipped with an M61 Vulcan 20mm gun, holding approximately 510 rounds. No one had previously shot down a cruise missile with a Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon gun in Ukrainian airspace. A recalled that during training in the United States, Ukrainian pilots were taught this method theoretically and in simulators. Upon returning to Ukraine, he and fellow pilots discussed it as a potential countermeasure to Russian aerial threats. Although some had attempted it, none had succeeded. A decided to try. "I said to my ground control interception that I was ready to intercept those 2 cruise missiles," A said. Ground control interception guided him towards the missiles, and again, locking them head-on was difficult, requiring him to maneuver and engage from the tail. Recognizing the need to get closer due to the gun's limited range, he approached within 500 meters, or approximately 1,500 feet, of the targets. "I got a deep breath in my lungs, turned toward the missile, and squeezed the trigger. A second lasted a lifetime for me. I instantly saw a big splash and realized I just hit this cruise missile with my 20mm round," he recounted. A emphasized his dedication to his nation and the memory of fallen comrades, specifically mentioning Ukrainian pilot Oleksiy Mess, call sign Moonfish, who was killed on August 26, 2024, while intercepting a Russian airstrike, but not before eliminating 3 Russian cruise missiles and 1 unmanned aerial vehicle. "I flew that mission with him. We were both in the air," A explained. "It was my first combat sortie in Ukraine on a Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon. We did great, but only I returned to the airfield after the interception. I dedicated that flight to him and to all the comrades we have lost in this war." Immediately after the strike, his primary concern was the integrity of his aircraft. After confirming no critical damage, he informed ground control interception of his success. Initially, there was a pause in communication, perhaps due to disbelief. Upon landing, he shared the news with his maintenance crew, initially believing he had shot down 5 cruise missiles. It was later determined that he had simultaneously destroyed 2 missiles with a single burst from the gun. A expressed his pride in the Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon's capabilities and its effectiveness in intercepting such threats. He also emphasized the crucial role of Western equipment, including Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcons, Patriot systems, Norwegian Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System, and IRST, in bolstering Ukraine's defense capabilities. He stated he could not imagine how this war would go without this help. Immediately after the strike, his primary concern was the integrity of his aircraft. After confirming no critical damage, he informed ground control interception of his success. Initially, there was a pause in communication, perhaps due to disbelief. Upon landing, he shared the news with his maintenance crew, initially believing he had shot down 5 cruise missiles. It was later determined that he had simultaneously destroyed 2 missiles with a single burst from the gun. A expressed his pride in the Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon's capabilities and its effectiveness in intercepting such threats. He also emphasized the crucial role of Western equipment, including Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcons, Patriot systems, Norwegian Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System, and IRIS-T, in bolstering Ukraine's defense capabilities. He stated he could not imagine how this war would go without this help. Beyond equipment, A highlighted the significance of Western training and tactics in enhancing the Ukrainian Air Force. He emphasized the importance of continued international support for Ukraine, seeing it as essential for protecting all of Europe. He stressed the need for a collective defense to prevent future conflicts like the one in Ukraine. The pilot concluded by reaffirming Ukraine's peaceful nature, stating that while they welcome guests, they will defend their homeland against aggressors. What an incredible story of bravery and skill. Now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Athanasius' heroic actions and the importance of Western support for Ukraine? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth reports, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future updates.